how can this be the answer? This isn't the answer. This isn't how this story ends.
Once, we sat down and huddled for season 3 and decided, look, we are not killing Kate Kane. That's not the way we want that character to go out. We looked back at what our options were. And for me, this seemed like the most organic option to tell in this sort of space we had. And the way we revealed it was very specific, which is we have the Bat team and all of Kate's loved ones looking for her for the first half of the season. And they definitively learn that she's dead, so that they can now close the book on Kate and grieve. But the audience is let in on this huge secret that she's alive.
Dear Kate, today's the day I'm supposed to die. Truth is, I'm not scared of dying. I'm scared I didn't live. My mama always told me I was put on this earth for a reason, and now I finally know what that is.
Today is the day I kill you, Kate. I spent 11 years waiting for you to find me, but instead, I found you. Then I waited for you to save me, but instead, I saved you. I turned you into a hero.
The journey between Alice, supposedly wanting to kill her sister to not wanting to kill her sister, in my mind personally, tracking that journey, Alice never wanted to kill her sister. She just wanted to have some semblance of control over a situation that was uncontrollable, which I think, especially after Kate's supposed death, is a very normal thing to want to have.
Ryan? No. You inject that, you die today.
We literally just watched our last hope fizzle before our eyes. Unless anyone else has any more brilliant ideas. Start the clock. I am going to Coryana. I am saving them. I am saving Kate. And I'm saving my damn self.
Sophie was, very eager to find Kate. This entire time she was on this mission. I mean, she even partnered with Alice to try to find her long lost love. And so, in 208, like having this revelation that Sophia was lying the entire time, it's heartbreaking. It's like, in a way, she basically lost Kate again. It's like, all right, cool. So she thought that she could, she had a chance to get her back and to find her. And then now Sophia's like, actually, I never had her. And so, but that first initial shock, I mean, it's devastating. Like, the scene was honestly really hard to film.
Both groups are organized, armed, and dangerous. But we are committed to protecting our people while you oppress yours.
Sophie is just being faced once again with everyone kind of throwing things at her about how corrupt the Crows are. And I think with Batwoman constantly bringing it up to her and letting her know, like, hey, there's something going on with the Crows, I think it's now starting to set in. And Sophie's starting to realize, you know what, maybe there is a problem.
Who is this?
Nobody. Well, a body. Just one the morgue wouldn't miss.
You still have feelings for him, don't you?
Put her with the Bat. And find me Ocean.
So the consequences of Alice killing Ocean, for me personally, when I was reading the script, I was like, no, Nathan, no, because I really enjoy working with Nathan Owens, who plays Ocean. I would have been surprised if she had chosen anyone or anything over Kate, but Ocean would come in a very close second. And I've really loved exploring this different side of Alice having a romantic relationship. So I'm glad he's not dead.
I've been poisoned. I want enough desert rules to cure myself.
So be it.
And I want to take Kate Kane back to Gotham. Alive.
You gave me one thing. In fairness, I'm offering you the same. The flower or the girl. Choose one.
the flower. Done.
Right after Luke and Mary escape the dire flare by the skin of their teeth, they get saved by Julia Pennyworth. She sort of delivers this emotional blow, and she tells Luke and Mary that Kate's bones have been discovered. And I think it's sort of an unbelievable notion. And so for Julia Pennyworth, somebody who Luke and Mary really, really trust as a source of information and who has been their ally, to tell them the journey stops here, it's over, Kate Kane is dead. It sends them into a state of shock, of devastation, and just like, we got this far at the end of this journey, at the end of this road, like how can this be the answer?
Luke wasn't planning to give up on Kate being alive anytime soon. Even when it seemed extremely unlikely, even when it seemed impossible, Luke was so adamant, even just deep down, that she was going to come back one day. In a way, it sort of crumbled Luke's world, because I think I told you once before that he's not great with loss. So he was not ready to let go of her. He was not ready to accept that she'd be dead, potentially. And she could have never came back. But if he never saw her, if he never got proof that she was dead, he was never going to believe that she was. So to have someone that he trusts and that he knows, one of his only friends, tell him that she's gone, it completely breaks his heart.
We found body parts off the coast of Bloodhaven. Must have got caught in the currents.
What do you mean, body parts?
They ran the DNA. No. No. Where is she? Where is my sister?
I never had your sister, Alice.
The island is burned down. All of Sophia's precious roses are up in flames, thanks to Alice. So Sophia's not just going to sit there and be like, oh, well, she's not just, what is she going to do? So we have that to look forward to. Ocean, we saw, died and came back to life. He's got all of these unresolved feelings for Alice. Like, how dare this woman who he kind of was bonding with in their own weird, toxic way, like literally had the strength to put a dagger through his heart. And so he comes back. He'll ultimately return to Gotham with some questions about that, looking for answers.
The moment when Batwoman is literally just like right about to die, and she's like, I don't want to be here alone. And Sophie then chooses to basically sit with her and I don't want to say share in this moment, but she chooses to sit there and be supportive of her during this time. I think it's definitely just both women just putting all of their differences aside and just saying, hey, look, this is, at this moment, this is the end of life. Whatever differences we had, it doesn't matter. This is what matters now, is like, we've only got a few more minutes and you're spending it with me, the crow that you don't like. And I don't even know who this woman is Batwoman. And so I think it was definitely a moment where we can kind of just like break the ice and be like, look, this is serious. Like, you're about to die. So let's just do this now and just put our differences aside.
Red is a very symbolic color. Let's take a picture, Beth. Make sure our necklaces are in. Ready? Cheese!
The first half of season 2, Alice subconsciously, whether she realizes it or not, her search for Kate, her revenge on Gotham, her revenge on Sophia, it's all a distraction from what she's supposed to be doing, which is grieving the death of her sister. And then, she realizes she is actually dead, or so she thinks. And now it's this quiet after the storm. And she's feeling this tidal wave of grief starting to wash in. And she's never grieved anything before. She's not mature enough to handle those feelings. So we will watch as she does everything in her power to push those feelings away. It becomes a really intimate story about her relationship with her own psyche and what she's willing to do in order to avoid any feeling that's not anger or rage.
So once Alice realizes Kate is actually dead, she starts to descend into an even deeper spiral than she's already in. Just her norm is like what most people would consider their deepest spiral. She will be visited by the ghost of Christmas past and work through that in the only way she knows how, which is be a little bit more insane.